Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Tuesday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys want to become a member, also sign up to become a member. Want to get to 200 members would be an awesome milestone to get to. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today. 15 matchups. Starting with the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Cincinnati Reds. Phillies opening up as road favorites at minus 185. The Reds plus 150 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Phillies is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 4.29. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is TJ Zeuch with an ERA of 13.50. He's only pitched 1 time this season. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Yeah, Phillies winning 4-3 yesterday. Definitely a closer match. Reds 1-6 in their last 7. Yeah, it's been a rough week and a half for the Reds here. They've been struggling here. Yeah, I'm not sure I like TJ on the mound for the Reds. He did not look good in his start. And Gibson's been solid in his last 3 starts here. So I'm going to take the Phillies on the road. Next matchup, we have the San Diego Padres versus the Miami Marlins. Padres opening up as road favorites at minus 150. The Marlins plus 140 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Padres is Sean Manaea with an ERA of 4.76. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Marlins is Edward Cabrera with an ERA of 2.05. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for Padres coming off a 3-0 loss yesterday. Come on, Padres, what are you doing? That's crazy that they just didn't show up like that against a struggling Marlins team. Yeah, that just is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy that the Marlins just shut them out like that. It really is. Cabrera coming off back-to-back games of no runs. Manaea, he's given up 13 runs in his last 3 starts. He hasn't been the best here. After yesterday's performance, I think I'm just going to take the Marlins plus 1.5 at home. I don't know, but I kind of just feel like this will be a series where Padres might struggle based off yesterday's game. So not in love with that whatsoever. So we'll take a shot with Marlins plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Boston Red Sox versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Boston opening up as road favorites at minus 135. The Pirates plus 115 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nick Pivetta with an ERA of 4.51. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 4.25. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Boston coming off a 3-0 win against the Yankees yesterday. Not yesterday, sorry, in their last game a couple days ago. Pirates on a 4-game losing streak. Really struggled against the Giants in that series. Man, this one's tough. It's like both teams, honestly, are playing horrible. I like the Red Sox more, not by much. I just don't trust this Pirates team that's been struggling, and only just 2-8 in their last 10. Hard to trust the Pirates. Boston 3-1 in their last 4. Playing a little decent here in the last couple games. I'm gonna take a shot with the Red Sox on the road. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs versus the Washington Nationals. Cubs opening up as road favorites at minus 160. The Nationals plus 145 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA of 3.63. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts, only given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Nationals is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 7.02. His last start, he pitched half of an inning, gave up 6 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Yeah, he's given up 16 runs in his last 3 starts, guys. Patrick Corbin's been very bad on the mound. Cubs losing yesterday 5-4 against Washington. I like Cubs off the loss yesterday, especially with Corbin on the mound. Justin Steele's looked very good as well in his last few starts. I'm going to take Cubs on the road. Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Rays versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -175. Tampa +145 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Rays is Jeffrey Springs with an ERA of 2.56. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Yankees is Nestor Cortez with an ERA of 2.67. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 10 strikeouts. I mean, Yankees losing 4-0 yesterday. Hopefully you guys are listening to me and just not betting on the Yankees because you've been losing a lot of money. Like I said before, back-to-back games of not even scoring. Stay away from the Yankees until they can, to be honest, until they can get 2 wins in a row. Just don't bet on the Yankees. Like, there's just no point. They've lost you so much money here these last, honestly, the whole month of August. They've just been probably the worst. I'd say they've been, if not like a top 3 worst team in baseball. So stay away from the Yankees. There's nothing good. They should not be big home favorites. Plain and simple. Give me Tampa Bay +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Baltimore Orioles versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -230. Baltimore +190 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for Baltimore's Dean Kramer with an ERA of 3.69. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for Toronto is Alek Manoah with an ERA of 2.56. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Baltimore getting a Toronto win yesterday, 7-3. Yeah, you love to see it. Good underdog value came through. Toronto just doesn't make sense to me the way Baltimore's playing, that they're +190. That's crazy. Toronto, we saw they didn't look that good. Toronto's 3-7 in their last 10. They're pretty similar to the Yankees. They are struggling big time. And not going to pay -230 for this Blue Jays team against the Orioles. That seems insane to me and very risky. Give me Orioles +1.5 on the road. Next matchup with the Detroit Tigers versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at -220. Detroit +180 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Tigers is Garrett Hill with an ERA of 4.66. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. Pitching for the Guardians is Zach Plesac with an ERA of 4.32. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Detroit beating Cleveland yesterday 7-5 in Game 2, but losing 4-1 in Game 1, which I think Game 1 was the more important game. Game 2 was, I don't know, could have went either way. I'm sticking with the Guardians at home here. Just keep me like that. Detroit got a win, but it wasn't a doubleheader, so I don't think that really even counts, to be honest. I'm going to roll with Guardians at home in this one. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -145. The Mets plus 125 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Mets is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 3.43. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 4.26. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Yeah, I mean, yesterday was absolutely crazy. Atlanta winning 13-1. I mean, yeah, it's just one of those games, you know, that nobody could have ever thought that was going to happen. And you just move on to the next game. Mets still great underdogs here. I don't think that the same outcome is going to happen today, which was, you know, pretty insane. I still like the Mets despite what they did yesterday. I think they bounce back. They're 5-2 against Atlanta. They played well against the Braves. Yesterday was just, I think, one of those fluke games. You know, Atlanta had everything going. We'll see what they can do today here, but I think Mets are good underdogs as well. I'll take Mets plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Kansas City Royals versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at minus 200. The Royals plus 170 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 4.29. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Twins is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 3.33. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Royals losing to the Twins yesterday 4-2. Yeah, Sonny Gray's only given up 4 runs in his last 3 starts here. I like the Twins at home. Kansas City 2-9 on the road. Not a good road team here. And yeah, I think I'm going to take the Twins at home in this one. Next matchup, we have the Colorado Rockies versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at minus 225. The Rockies plus 195 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 4.84. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 1 strikeout. Pitching for the Cardinals is Jose Quintana with an ERA of 3.21. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Colorado on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a couple Arizona losses. Cardinals coming off a Brewers win. Colorado 0-9 on the road against St. Louis. They have not been able to beat St. Louis on the road. St. Louis 10-1 at home right now. They are playing lights out home baseball here. I do like Quintana on the mound. He's only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Freeland has given up 11 runs in his last 3 starts here. I like the Cardinals playing amazing at home right now. I'm going to roll with the Cardinals at home. Next matchup, we have the Houston Astros versus the Chicago White Sox. Astros opening up as road favorites at minus 125. The White Sox plus 105 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Astros is Justin Verlander with an ERA of 1.85. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Yeah, Verlander was listed yesterday and then they switched him. So I'm assuming he's going to play today, hopefully. So we'll see if Verlander plays, but I do see him listed again. So hopefully he's on the mound. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 1.96. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Yeah, I mean, 2 great pitchers on the mound here. Definitely looking potentially like an under kind of game here. We had the White Sox get a 4-2 win yesterday. They're on a 4-game win streak right now, playing very well. I'm going to take White Sox plus 1.5 at home. You know, Dylan Cease virtually given up no runs on the mound. He's only given up 1 run in each of his last 3 starts. Verlander's only given up 4. So, I mean, yeah. Do expect a low-scoring game here. And, yeah, White Sox played well yesterday. I'm going to take White Sox plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at minus 120. Dodgers plus 100 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Dodgers is Ryan Pepiot with an ERA of 3.92. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Brewers is Brandon Woodruff with an ERA of 3.52. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Dodgers coming off a 4-0 win yesterday against the Brewers. Yeah, they're on a 5-game winning streak against Milwaukee. 8-1 on the road. I mean, I'm still sticking with the Dodgers here. Dodgers getting underdog value. Kind of crazy if you ask me. You know, Pepiot, it's only given up 6 runs on his last 3 starts. He's been good on the mound. Woodruff's given up 6 as well. Yeah. I mean, when are you guys going to ever get a chance to get the Dodgers plus money? That really never happens. Maybe the line moves throughout the day after I'm done recording. But tell you what, I'm hopping on this Dodgers plus 1.5. I mean, there hasn't been many times this season you've gotten Dodgers plus 1.5. Regardless of the outcome, I'll take my chances with Dodgers as an underdog here. Give me Dodgers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Seattle Mariners versus the Los Angeles Angels. Seattle opening up as road favorites at minus 185. The Angels plus 150 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Mariners is Robbie Ray with an ERA of 3.90. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Angels is Jose Suarez with an ERA of 4.04. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Suarez hasn't given up a run in his last 3 starts on the mound. Seattle getting a 6-2 win against the Angels yesterday. Crazy that you could get them as the underdog yesterday. I mean, that was just free money, to be honest. Seattle 4-1 on the road against the Angels, where they've played very well. Yeah, and you know, Suarez has been good on the mound. He really has been. Hasn't given up a run, which is crazy. Even with looking at that, part of me still goes with the Mariners. Do what you want with the Angels. You know, I don't hate them as a plus 1.5 play with Suarez on the mound, but I don't know, man. I just don't trust the Angels. They're one of the teams I just can't trust on a game-to-game basis. So I'm gonna take a shot with Mariners on the road. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Arizona minus 105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Arizona is Merrill Kelly with an ERA of 2.95. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Giants is Jacob Junis with an ERA of 3.78. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Arizona coming off a 6-1 loss yesterday against the Giants, where they did struggle. Giants on a little 4-game winning streak, starting to build up a streak here. Arizona 1-15 on the road against the Giants. They just can't get it done against the Giants on the road. It's been kind of one of their struggles. And in a close matchup, I'm going to take the team that's been dominating at home here. So I'm going to take the Giants at home in this one. All right, and then the last matchup, we have the Oakland Athletics versus the Texas Rangers. Can't find a line on this game, but I do have the pitchers. Pitching for Oakland is J.P. Sears with an ERA of 2.30. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. He only given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. They've been pretty spaced out, though. He pitched in May, June, and August. And then pitching for the Rangers is Kohei Arihara, making his debut. We'll see how he does pitch. Oakland 1-9 in their last 10. Losing to Texas 2-1 yesterday. Rangers on a 3-game winning streak. I mean, yeah, this Oakland team just playing horrible baseball. It's been a very awful. On that 9-game losing streak. 1-4 on the road against the Rangers. We'll see what the line ends up being in this one. I mean, part of me still wants to take the Rangers at home, even with the new pitcher on the mound. I just don't trust Oakland. Sears has been good, so, Oakland, I don't hate them as a plus 1.5 play, but I would take the Rangers at home against a struggling Oakland team. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.